Hello, fellow crafters. We're going to make a fall or Thanksgiving basket because, you know, we always want a basket to put your bread in, right? You got bread and rolls and all the things at the dinner table or lunch table, depending on when you have your food. So let's go ahead and I'm going to show you. I just got this wire basket from the Dollar Tree. We're going to use some burlap, some nautical cord or some just large jute, and a ribbon. We're going to make this super easy, super simple. All right. So we're going to start by taking, this is our burlap. It's actually burlap ribbon because it is smaller than the traditional burlap. And I want it to go ahead and we want it to wrap around the middle. Burlap is easy, it stretches, it moves around. That's why I want to put the burlap down. We're going to have to do something a little bit different with the ribbon because it's not going to be so easy to put, because this is, if you notice, this basket kind of does this dip. So it doesn't, it's not like a solid line. So we're going to have to get creative with this. All right. So we're going to start with this burlap ribbon. I want to know how much I need to go around. And so we're going to eyeball how much we need to cut it, because I don't like being wasteful. I don't like cutting too much if we don't need it. I got this at the Dollar Tree, but it was a long time ago, so I'm not sure if they have. Sometimes you can find it, sometimes you can't. If you notice on this burlap ribbon, it's sewn at the end, and that's so it prevents fraying. But I kind of like the frayed look. But at this point, you know, it's your own preference. If you want to leave this, go ahead and leave it for like a more finished look. I like the frayed look, so we're going to cut this off on both sides. Okay, now that we've got both sides, you can go ahead and pull the strands to go ahead and fray it. I'm going to let it do it on its own, so we're just going to leave it. If I want to pull them later, you totally can. We're going to kind of start on this side, and I kind of want to do just a little bit in the middle here. Let's see where my middle is. This is going to get messy, folks. Let me just tell you this right now. This is going to get messy. We're going to go ahead and use, I got tacky glue, and I've got it in a little bit larger amounts here. But, and we're going to start at the end. You could totally, if you want to paint this so that it's not white, you could totally do that. Instead, I am actually going to leave it white. Like I said, we'll find the end here. Obviously, the glue is going to go through the burlap, but it's also going to go through your metal as well. So just a heads up, you know, this is, like I said, this is just going to be a messy project. Okay, I thought this was going to do what I wanted it to do. It's not really super cooperating. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to do kind of like a stress. So it does really good on the one side, but then when it gets to the end, it wants to kind of go that way. So I'm just going to put a cut here to relocate it to go back the way I want it to go, like so. So that's going to be on the end, so that should be okay. All right, there we go. We've got it in there. My basket's kind of wonky anyways, so this is definitely not for a perfect project, you guys. Definitely not for a perfect project. But you know what? I like a little wonky in my projects. I like it to look a little weird, but that's okay. That's just me. Personal preference. You can always find a basket that's more perfect if you want more of a perfect look. Definitely go for it. Now that we have our burlap on there, I like how that looks. You can totally do the inside too if you wanted to kind of dress it up on the inside. I'm not going to on mine. I I don't feel the need for that. But I love this ribbon. Look at this turkey ribbon. How cute is that? So now we could probably get away with just cutting one of these guys and just put one in here. That is totally cute. Could totally just do it that way. But I kind of want it, I do kind of want it to go around. Although I'm kind of debating now that I'm saying that I'm doing that. Obviously with this ribbon, it's going to do the exact same thing, but it's going to be worse because this ribbon does not have any give or anything like that. So I was kind of thinking, and this ribbon does fray a little bit. What if we just cut our little turkeys out in squares and just kind of did that, and we went around? So that would be totally cute. I think I'm going to totally do that. This ribbon was actually at Hobby Lobby, you guys. So yeah, I got it at Hobby Lobby, but it's been quite a few years. So let's just put some glue on our ribbon here. This totally was not the original plan, you guys, but I like it. So that's all about crafting, is we change it up. You have to learn to adapt. So we'll put one like that in the middle. And then I'm gonna keep going with this. We're gonna go and do a few more, and we're just gonna kind of just space them out. There we go. I kind of like the look of that. That's super cute. All right, we'll do the same thing on the other side. All right, so now my other idea, now that we've got these on there, I just don't have them on the ends, but there's 3 on each side. I'm gonna go ahead, I've got this nautical rope. It's called nautical rope, but basically it's twine. It's just thicker than your traditional. We're gonna start on an end here, and I'm gonna see how this looks, to see what it looks like here. We're gonna go every other one. I tried this earlier and I think I like the way it looks, but if not, we'll do something else with it. This is taped at the end, which I highly recommend, because otherwise it's gonna get a little wild and crazy. So we're back at the beginning, and what I think I'm going to do is we're just going to glue this here and this under here, so it kind of glues to itself. So we'll just take this here, and that's going to glue under there, and then this is going to glue here. That looks super cute. I do feel like it needs around the bottom as well, so I think we might actually do around the bottom too. And for the bottom one, I think just kind of go like, I'm kind of worried about the bottom one because I don't think I can really go through these little partials. I have to go to that. I don't think that's going to look very good, fortunately. Let's just do a few, see what it looks like. Yeah, so it just leaves the bottom exposed, so I don't like the way that looks. Reverse that. I do want to have it around. My solution to the bottom, we're gonna get this is stiff brown felt, and I believe I might have got it at Joann's because Joann's had a better selection. But try Michael's or Hobby Lobby or online. But this is the stiff, so it's not flimsy. It is a stiffer felt. And I think if we put it on the bottom, and then we could do the cord up underneath that. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to put this on the bottom. Now what I'm going to do is do a little bit of an overhang so that the cord has a place to attach like that, and then we'll trim it from there. So we'll just go ahead, like, we'll leave it like that and trim it. So it is white tacky glue, so you're going to see the white right now, but it will dry clear. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Then we're just going to start at the end here. Maybe we'll start at the same side that, and I did have to go ahead and tape to hold that. Just let it sit for like a half an hour and then peel the tape off and it should be fine. Now we'll just glue this right up against. Now we're just going to take this and just trim it up. I'm almost going to recommend waiting until it dries. Obviously for video purposes, I'm going to go ahead and we'll just start doing it. All done. I love how that looks. It kind of also, okay, it collects a lot of fuzz too. Don't worry, I can defuzz that. But that is super cute. You can do, like, add whatever you want to it. This is pretty much it for my project. I will pull this off later, and it will be totally fine. Keep on coming back for more with Purple Penguin Craft Room, and happy crafting.